Welcome back. Owning a home is a fundamental human need that has gone unfulfilled for millions of Nigerians. Now, what is the way forward to fulfill the dreams and aspirations of millions who wish to own a home? What should the federal government do to tackle corruption in the housing sector? That is a cruise on Housing Matters today.
I believe that the federal government should be more sincere and be more proactive to make sure they carry out investigative work. So the government should come out with a policy, a workable policy. So I want federal government, the Buhari government, to do something seriously and fight these corruptions.
When you talk about fighting corruption in the housing sector, you talk about the substandard houses in the FCT, the number of houses that has fallen down, the collapsed buildings, and also the fake real estate developers, those that will tell you that they are building your house today and they will deliver it in 1 week, when in 2 years' time you've not even seen the house. We need the president to do something about the collapsed buildings, the substandard houses we have in the FCT, the fake real estate developers. I think that will go a long way in fighting corruption in the housing sector.
Corruption actually is all over. And for the federal government to fight corruption in the housing sector, I personally would like to say the first thing is that the federal government has to really know those that are there and know what they have. And actually, if they know their assets, then at the time they know that things is going off hand, the federal government can question the individual. And by that, it will enable everyone to sit up.
You can imagine the high rate of houses in Abuja and houses being locked up and people are not there to stay in it because the house rent is just not affordable. For instance, you go to sub-towns like Lugbe, you go to Massacre, you go to deep down in the city of Abuja, you can't even afford houses, and these houses are built with substandard material, and yet people can't still afford them. If the government can look into it, I think it's going to help the individuals in Nigeria. People want to live, people want to survive, but if there are no accommodation, if there is no shelter, how can the people live? How can we make Nigeria a better place? So I think the government should look at this matter with a serious attention and give positive response to people.
Housing Development Program, your usual encyclopedia on housing matters.
Yes, we've had some Nigerians speak on that crucial subject matter, but that's not all we've got for you, because Housing Development also spoke with Professor Charles Ofuebu, an eminent housing personality, and here's what he's got to say about tackling corruption in the housing sector.
In Abuja today, only 30% of people who work in Abuja reside in the city center that has amenities, that have facilities, that has water, has electricity, that have good roads. The rest are coming in from the satellite centers. Nyanya, have you visited Nyanya? And see the situation under which people live. Have you gone to Day? Have you gone to Day? Beyond the immediate vicinities of Kubwa. Beyond Kubwa, immediate vicinities of Kubwa. Look beyond that and see the condition that people are living with large families. Mind you, people who live in those environments have the largest family size. Some of them have 6 kids, some have 7, some have 2 wives living in one room. The water is leaking, coming in, flowing through. When it rains, everything in the corridor is taken away. Is that habitation? No, that is not. So at the moment in this country, let us face the facts. Nigerians are not housed. This country only 20%, 15-20% are adequately and affordably housed. Has little or no housing, and the population is growing every day. That's why I say 17 million. When was that figure determined? I started hearing 17 million more than a year ago. Are you saying our population is not growing? Are you saying the youth our population is growing? Are you saying more people are not becoming 18 and above to own their own homes? The land policy has to also be addressed. Every Nigerian should have a right to a plot of land to live on. God gave the land to Nigerians. My advice to the present government is that the issue of land acquisition, land ownership in Abuja must be addressed. People are being kicked out of the little land they have because some big money bag has been allocated the entire area. And these things are done. Those who legitimately have land may not ever get C of O, but C of O's are being signed off to people left, right, and center. The issue of land and ownership the issue of land allocation, the issue of land certification by FCT must be addressed.
Housing Development Program, your usual encyclopedia on housing matters.